Hey everyone, I'm Alfred. Welcome back to what might be the last episode of Halo 4. It won't be the last Halo thing that I do, but it's the only one that I currently have easy access to.
Start us up.
As mentioned, I don't have an Xbox One, and I cannot play Halo 5. I also wouldn't be able to record it if I did have an Xbox One. So until then, I guess I'll figure it out. I don't know what I'm going to do, though. But I've got this, and I've got Spartan Ops. Casimir. Is that what that means, or? Oh yeah. I managed to call about my internet as well. As it happens, they know about my internet outage. 100% stable.
Get me a status on the rest of the station.
I can't believe he did that.
Cortana, I need that info. Look, don't think about the didact. Don't think about the composer.
Anyway, it'll be like tomorrow at 1 p.m. when my stuff
Listen,
even has a chance of getting fixed.
female, 51 years of age, doctor of archaeology, Pegasi Institute,
Pegasi.
gutter. Biosignature stable on 350 level. B deck.
Thank you, Cortana.
Okay, seriously, does anyone have like a loner AI to give me? You know, I don't need it to crack wise. I'm perfectly capable of, you know, doing this without the sass.
They've compromised the station's hull.
The didact's taken the composer. Get these people to the evac centers.
Taken how?
Tap the flight deck. Find us something that can carry a payload.
Wait. Something's happening.
Those guys look like such mouth breathers. They're just walking around with their
Can you
teeth out.
access the station's defense systems?
They're not.
Oh, I wonder what's going on this way. Maybe I'll take a look.
Cortana,
Chief, it's
Jesus Christ! Oh, right, we're immune. That was gnarly as shit. Can I just say? I'm really curious as to how they did that effect. When Mortal Kombat shows, like muscle and skin and bone getting messed up, it's because there's actually a skeleton model with muscles and organs on top of it, with skin on top of that, with clothes on top of that. Much like a real human. But that's because there are only two real models on screen at any time. I wonder if there was like a cool effect involved with it. That was gnarly. That was one of the rawest things I've ever seen in a Halo game. I know in the books,
you okay?
they're always like, you know, the books are a lot more gory and violent than the
I
games
monitored
are.
The data pulse. I could hear them. What was left of them?
we need to move.
I wonder how Chief could have possibly been made immune to that.
And more will follow if the didact reaches Earth.
Like Earth. Earth will follow.
They'll pair you with another AI. Maybe even another Cortana model if Halsey lets them.
That's
I mean,
not going to happen.
considering it was illegal to make you,
It won't be me. You know that, right?
I mean, he clearly doesn't care. He wouldn't get one anyway.
Spinning up a broadsword in Hangar C11. Whatever the librarian did to you obviously worked.
Cortana. It's not over. Not yet.
Not yet.
midnight. Anyway, yeah, I'm rather unsurprised that that the Diadict got the composer. Hey guys, remember Halo Reach? I think there were long swords though. Are we gonna get another Dune video game? I know that the time for like licensed video games has definitely passed. And like, you know, a new movie is not likely to get a video game. Just because it's coming out, you know? But like, I was thinking about it recently. Because like, Halo obviously owes a lot to Dune. Because a lot of modern sci-fi owes a lot to Dune. And like, man, I'm curious. Could we get a Dune game, you know? Dune might be the origin of energy shields, but it might be Isaac Asimov as well.
Ship in 200 kilometers. Once we get on board, we'll find the bridge.
He's on the move again.
The fighter
Clearly.
shields aren't rated for slip space.
No, but the Didacs are.
The old Han Solo, eh? What if it turned out that his like shields weren't rated for slip space? Like, I know that the shields are so the ship doesn't get ripped apart, but like, what if it was just like, you know, we need a shield, otherwise we'll all. Oh my God, we're in the fucking Death Star trench.
We'll be safe as long as we stay below the Didac shields.
Where's the composer?
Close. I should be able to guide us to it.
We are actually in the Death Star trench. Oh my God, look at this. Stop trying to make composed a thing, dude.
Locking onto his transmission.
Whoops! Alright.
Broadsword
So what are my weapons here?
is stable. We'll be safe as long as we stay
Got a
below
big
the
old
Didac
gun.
shields.
Where's the
And I got a bunch of missiles.
Close. I should be able to
Perfectly serviceable. Oh yeah, and I'm also carrying a nuke. I guess that's why if I touch anything I will die. Buddy, I don't know what to tell you.
locking onto his transmission. He's at the composer.
Whoa.
We can take them both out at once.
Oh boy. Thank God these broadsword-shaped holes are here. Oh God. That would have been embarrassing.
Terrain call radiation fluctuating. We're coming.
Once again, can I just say, oops. Also, this level must be a nightmare in co-op. You know, how are you gonna have,
Terrain call radiation fluctuating.
you know, like, oh wow, we've got room for one ship, and how are you gonna do that 4 times, you know?
Current velocity. Hostile will achieve Earth orbit in approximately 4 minutes. Roger. Battle group Dakota.
Sorry, I'm just not clear of where I'm supposed to be going. Okay, this way?
Terrain call radiation fluctuating. We're coming out of slip space.
Current velocity. Hostile will achieve Earth orbit in approximately 4 minutes. Roger. Battle group Dakota. Close.
Please don't bump me.
Infinity to support them.
CR-117 to DNS. Captain Del Rio, do you read?
Chief, it's Lasky. Is that
Oh, thank God I got somebody with some fucking class.
Recon didn't take too kindly to his abandoning you on Requiem.
Oh, good. I'm glad he was court-martialed for his actual crime he committed.
During a heavy
So, is the payload here? The payload we're carrying is obviously a nuke, and it's Havoc grade. Is that named because of the old physics engine that Halo used to use? It was called the Havoc engine. A lot of things used it. At least if I remember correctly, that was the one. They might have used a similar engine. But I know that Havoc was the one that was like a little more available. Not as common as Unreal Engine, and they didn't have the texture popping thing, as I remember. But not as specialized and unique to one company as Source Engine was. You know, that just raises the question as to why the fuck Del Rio's even in this game, you know? Why is there one guy here to naysay Chief, who then leaves the story completely? Why couldn't it have just been Lasky the whole time, you know? They just made this character so we could hate him and then took him out of the story so we didn't get the ability to continue hating him. And it's not like we had any real what even hit me? We didn't even have like real reason to hate him. He was just kind of there. Oh no. Oh no. Woo! What are the purposes of those? Man, this really is just the Death Star. Seriously, what was the point of him being in this story? Okay. And what I'm getting here is condition red. Big deal. I love when all of the shells hit me at one point and it just sounds like somebody popping a paper bag. Boom, you know? Love that. Ooh. Cool. Gotta say, a lot easier when I'm not, you know, boosting. But I guess boosting is the only way you'll make par time. It's a lot more exciting when you are boosting as well. I can't believe we're just doing the fucking Death Star. This is why people have problems with...
I'm Alfred. Welcome back to Halo.
Oh god.
Halo 4. My internet's out.
Pardon me, everyone. I was rendering an episode. I was rendering an episode. The episode is done rendering. And it announces this fact by playing itself at full volume. It's probably a lot louder for me than it was for you. Anyway, weird to hear myself talk if nothing else.
There it is. No, wait.
Infinity. The guy that just closed on our engines is proposed.
We can try punching a hole in that hull plate, but Infinity won't be able to get a clear shot with all that black.
We'll take care of the guns.
Okay, I guess we'll take care of the guns then. Okay. Ah, I see. Says the blind man.
Whatever you're doing's working. Clear up the approach and Infinity can drop in to punch a hole for you.
I'm aware that whatever I'm doing is working, Lasky, but thank you.
Two cannons neutralized. Here to go.
Again, this is just a running theme, but I don't know if anyone has ever said anything helpful in any Halo game ever.
Only one gun left.
Like, I'm shooting a gun, I'm hitting guys with it. Thank you, Lasky. Lasky's cool, I like him. But yeah, like, I'm shooting a gun, I'm shooting at the thing that's highlighted.
That's the last one.
The game says, shoot this thing. They say, yeah.
You might want to back up a little.
Hell yeah. Wow. Nothing but space crud out here.
We're proceeding to insertion.
Acknowledged. We'll be on station if you need us.
Thank you, Lasky.
Make sure you give the Didact our regards. Infinity out.
Lasky's cool. I know it probably doesn't, like, justify his character at all, but, like, it'd be cool if he was made a Spartan. I feel like that's what 343 does if they want to make a character seem cool. They're just like, and look, he's a Spartan.
Now what do we do?
Get out and push. Hey.
Plan B.
So, at the very start of the series in Halo Reach, we're delivering the pod that contains Cortana. Holy shit. Cradle to the grave. There we are.
Chief, I know I'm supposed to know what to do, but
We'll have to deploy the warhead manually. How and where?
I always know what to do. I always know what to do. Just give me a second.
Keep scanning for the composer. We'll figure it out on the way.
So yeah, when we... The very last level of Halo... I want that, actually. Of Halo Reach consists of Noble Six delivering the package. It's Cortana. And it sits, you know, on his back. I say he, but Noble Six has no gender. But my Noble Six was a male, so I say. It sits on Noble Six's back in exactly the same spot. You got that right. Gotta say, I'm very curious of the mechanics of what these things are doing. Like, are these things giving birth to a fucking like drop ship? Not drop ship. Need you. Now reload my guns. See, I'm starting to notice that, like, all of these guns are, like, kind of just Forerunner equivalents to other things. Like, this is a DMR when you scope, but when you don't, it's a battle rifle, because it fires in bursts of 3. The scatter gun is like a shotgun, but has less ammo and more damage, much like, you know, the shotgun compared to Earth shotguns. The bolt shot's kind of a pistol, and it's kind of a shotgun. And it charges like a plasma pistol. Barn area rifle is just a big sniper. And the suppressor is kind of like the saw, but kind of like the standard assault rifle. Not bad at all, I will say, though. I'm pleased with the loadout. I feel like we're missing some Covenant things that didn't need to be there. Didn't need to be taken out, rather. I still wish the needle rifle would be brought back. That thing was great.
I recommend entering the portal to your left.
What was this? Thank you. I wonder if I should be going through the one on the right.
I won't leave you. I promise. Take care of you.
Oh man, is Cortana going yandere on me?
I detected an energy signature ahead. I think it's a transit system like on Requiem. Find a way to access it.
Wow. You know, the speed at which things move is pretty cool as well.
Put me in the system.
You got it.
Is this the secret you've kept from me? This devolving capsule.
Whoa, that's weird.
I'm in the system. Hurry, go.
So only do we ever get a like a boss fight in Halo in 2. It's at the very end of 2, and it's not even Sheep. It's the Arbiter. With the help of Johnson, I think. I think he's there.
Portal.
It is a really good video game, isn't it?
And yet, she eludes me.
Yeah? What of it?
Simultaneously.
See if you can team up based on mutual hate. That works on me. Thank you, I'll take that. Fuck, that thing sounds so good. It looks like I just have the ability to just like field as many good weapons as I need as well. That's great. Thank you, Incineration Cannon, but I will not be needing your services right now.
Sorry. I can't.
What now?
Doing. Stronger threats keep reprioritizing themselves over me.
What about the didact?
I can't hide much longer. I'll try to move you to the composer.
I'll take
again.
this. Man, like... I guess this is just the room for, like, weak Covenant weapon, normal human weapon, strong Brute, and, Promethean weapon. Weird. No way! That's so awesome! I had no idea.
Portal open. Far side of the room.
Jesus Christ. It sounds like a fucking... It sounds like an entire
Where
thunderstorm.
are you?
The didact's blocking the composer from me.
Man. This is what I was waiting for. Shields and big warhammers. We've just gone back to having warfare in the real way. None of these stupid gun things. Just gonna take out our knives.
Hold them off while I locate the composer.
Oh, defend this thing. From... Oh, the things that are coming from this way. Man. Gotta say, it would be pretty neat to see Chief get upgraded all the way to the level that Forerunners are at. I know that they won't do it, and that it's kind of irrelevant as well. But, like, it would be so neat to see Chief looking as he does, fighting as he has. But, like, now he's got... Damn. But, like, now his armor's, like, hard light shit. That would be cool. I like that. I'm really curious as to why that gravity hammer was there. I guess the in-game logic could be that it's like a, you know, just an observation area, just to see what other like cultures' weapons are like. But like, I think it's just because people fucking love the gravity hammer, and so they wanted to, you know, play with a gravity hammer. I really want to go back and read some of the Halo novels. Well, I want to, maybe. No, that's not exactly correct. I want the Halo novels to be good, and then I'll go read them. But I don't know if I can, like, guarantee that. Because I've discussed my misgivings with the Halo brand of storytelling, and, like, I just don't know if I'm there for that.
But I don't know for how long.
Imagine the embarrassment of being locked out of a system that's your system.
I can't go on my own. Please don't leave me.
Mm-hmm. God. Come on, they built this thing for that. I like that these gravity lifts helpfully drop you off a little forward so you can't fall back in by mistake.
Over there.
I don't know.
Conveyor lift. End of the ramp. If we time it right, our momentum should carry us through the low gravity.
Like this?
Chief, once that warhead is primed, the window for getting out of here is going to be pretty slim.
I know.
Alright, well, she was talking, so I don't think I'm going to have to redo that. Bungie was always really good about making sure that you wouldn't have to rehear dialogue.
Significant slip space event building under the composer.
He's powering it out.
Kind of wish I had a little better weaponry. Oh. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Oh, God. If I could hold 3 guns. The gravity hammer is just too fun to leave, though.
The new Portula said he could unless we can disable that barrier. Find me a terminal.
Can the nuke not get through the shield? I mean, like, what's the point of the nuke? I know it's to destroy the big thing, but
I've got to do something you're not going to like.
couldn't it do both? Interesting.
Just do.
I ejected my rampant personality spikes into the system. If I do that in each of those beams, the copies can overwhelm the composer's shielding.
Get ready.
I've heard tell of AI doing that in the lore, but it's apparently highly illegal. And also extremely dangerous, because if it doesn't work, you now have more problems than you started with. Especially if the original problems were things like, you know, a big ship. The effect of her just, like, undergoing mitosis is pretty gnarly. Oh, you can see his skull. That was rad. Just laying this thing down. Oofa. Again, I just gotta say, imagine you just get turned into a space robot dog. You know, that's your afterlife. Should get a better weapon, or at least a full one. Right. He has a sword out. I don't. That's a tie you're not going to win, you know? In fact, it's not a tie.
Get ready.
What if I had a jetpack if I could just hop up here? That'd be pretty cheeky, I think. Jack that thing in, thank you. Sorry, focusing in hardcore. Yeah, that's so weird because, like, thinking back, I believe I do remember reading a Halo novel wherein they did something like that, and it was super illegal and it was super unethical as well, but it saved the day. So, like, people were like, well, you know, how do we call that? Like, I feel like that's almost like a Chekhov's gun, you know? But it's for completely, like, exterior material that, like, you wouldn't have needed to read to play any other game. And all that it really meant was that I recognized a thing half a second before she explained it. But still, that's kind of neat. Like, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I feel like the rules for rampancy in Halo got way more well-defined. Especially compared to the rules for rampancy in Marathon, which I believe are not very defined. Damn. Right when the music was getting all cool as well. Alright. This is starting to remind me of Destiny as well, by the way. Just let it be known. Like, no shame, you know, I don't necessarily hate Destiny. I disagree with a lot of the choices made in its design and, you know, think that it could be a lot better, but I don't hate Destiny. Oh, can I actually double back and grab some more bullets? I want those. That would be... Are they down here? Please, disguise not my friends from me. Where are bullets? For I much desire to shoot with them. You know, some people were hoping that Bungie would get a hold of Halo again.
Before the didactic sends reinforcements.
I don't know if I really need that to happen.
That's it. It's working.
Because, like, that's the thing, you know? Sometimes when you see, like, a really traumatic breakup, or, like, a, you know, a significant loss, it's like, oh, don't worry, you know, you guys will get back together. And it's like, we won't, we don't want to, and it would not be a good thing. Bro,
His ship's in range. Once the barrier's down, get the nuke in there fast.
what if I do it really slow? Steam achievement, I was wondering what would break first. Kill 100 knights. I like it. Oh, those are upgraded dogs. They have spike backs. I'm not seeing many more drones. Awesome. You love to see it, really. Alright, what have I got here? Fresh, familiar. I really don't want to drop this gun. Like, it works at a range of about, like, 4 feet. But, like, fuck, if those 4 feet aren't some of the best I've ever seen in my life. Alright, well, now I have no reason. I wonder if the Knights know that their teleporting is just a little sign for me to go ahead and reload and get all ready for them. Okay, stocked up. Back to the action. Ah! That's so radical. Just, give me that. You know? It's like the Nemean line, you know? If nothing can cut it, maybe it can cut it, you know? It's a logical assumption to assume that whatever their armor's made out of, their weapons are too. And if your weapons can't cut their armor, maybe you just need to borrow, you know? That's fantastic, may I say myself. It also lets me get, like, a good view of Chief's strength, which you don't really get to appreciate. Because, like, thinking back to the intro of this very game, Chief is standing next to a bunch of humans, and they look like babies. Like, they look like 4-foot-tall children standing next to a regular man. But based on their proportions, you know that they cannot be children. They're, in fact, you know, just some guys standing next to a 7-foot-something Superman. And then they put Chief next to a brute standing at full height, which I don't even know if brutes normally do. And brutes are like fuck off supreme tall. Pardon me, everyone. Sorry for the interruption. Though, can I just say, y'all are bitches, right? Yeah, that's the thing about Chief. Like, very rarely do you get to appreciate humanity in this. Because Chief is not a typical human. Because, like, yeah, Chief's great next to everyone else. But then Chief fights a bunch of, like, super gods. Ah, I see we had a little grenade exchange program going on there. Funny. Whoa! Chief! Not Chief. Oh, I think there are weak spots on their back. Something probably I should have figured out earlier, but... That's interesting. Usually the face is the weak spot for the Prometheans. You know, not just the head specifically, but they have, like, almost open-face helmets. I guess it goes with, like, the vaguely Greek thing they have going on. I mean, their name Prometheus. I don't know how Greek that is, but it's kind of Greek. Man. Now that's a pistol. Oof. Alright, that thing's a problem. Yeah, it's on his back. I'll be damned. I probably even hit that before accidentally and not realized what I had done. Alright. Just gonna back up a little bit here. Man, what is the Didact doing in there? Just jerking around by the looks of it. Oh, his face is glowing intermittently. I wonder if that changes it. Give me this bolt shot. Thank you. Okay. Ha 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 ha! That's pretty great. Alright, rule of 3. That was a different animation.
And yet, still you fail.
Is that America he's shooting at? Bro, you're hitting Delaware. You're not hitting anyone. Land it. Thank you. Don't worry, there's like 30 proxy Cortanas. We'll get you a new one, Chief. And that one might actually be the same, considering that, you know, she did duplicate herself. Man, that grenade is not, like, a super useful... Huh. But yeah, like, sorry if I misjudged where exactly he was shooting. But, like, was he not shooting at, like, Wisconsin? Like, was he not shooting at the really unpopulated, or like, where the fuck is Bernie Sanders from? Vermont? Like, is he not shooting at the really unpopulated part of the Pacific Northwest? Like, you've digitized quite a few deer. Maybe, like a wolf or two.
You persist too long after your own defeat.
You've called the game too early.
Come then, warrior. Have your resolution.
Did you want to immunize me against that, Mrs. Librarian? Seems like a minor detail.
So misguided. Humanity's imprisonment is a kindness.
What about yours? Was your imprisonment a kindness? Now, I've got to say, I can't help but not feel the pressure here. And I wouldn't have even on day one.
In that case, you won't mind if we return the favor.
Oh, they also did the irony thing.
Mankind is misplaced.
I'm not doing this for mankind.
Anyway, Like, 343 had literally already said that they're going to do another trilogy. And, like, maybe they could have played up the fact that, like, Spartan... What's the new guy? He's one of the Spartan Force. Locke? Maybe they would have played up the fact that Locke was going to be the new guy in 5. And we weren't even going to see Chief because he was going to die in this one. But, like... You know, I wonder if Chief will die. Funny. That's pretty funny. Alright, alright. Also, I like that Diadact is almost more like a vehicle than a man. He has become something of a biotic god. Oh no, a regular ass grenade! And of course, he falls into his thing, like a Disney villain would. I love hearing the chunky, clunky sounds of Chief's big-ass Wolverine boots as well. Just thumping all over the floor. That really works for me. Alright. Football in hand. Hmm?
Cortana. Cortana, do you read?
Could you imagine if credits just rolled the second you pulled
Cortana,
that button?
come in.
Man, what a thing to add to the list of stupid, crazy things no one should survive that Chief has totally survived no problem. A nuke detonation where he pushed the detonation button himself.
How?
Oh, I'm the strangest thing you've seen all day?
Holy shit, we're in Tron now.
But if we're here...
It worked. You did it. Just like you always do.
People should really stop doubting me.
So how do we get out of here?
I'm not coming with you this time.
What?
Most of me is down there. I only held enough back to get you off the ship.
No. That's not... We go together.
It's already done.
I am not leaving you here.
John.
John Halo.
I've waited so long to do that.
Touch your nipple.
It was my job to take care of you.
We were supposed to take care of each other. And we did.
Cortana, please. Wait.
Welcome home, John.
What if one just hit him on his head? Sorry. Intrusive thoughts, you know. Frequently do I think of what would happen if just clonk, you know, coconut noise happens. Alright. Wow, that's Halo 4, everyone. Mass Effect 2, anyone? Alright, somebody get a big butterfly net. Stick it out the side of the ship. At this point, they should just name it after Chief, you know?
Infinity Actual. Pelican 9-6er. We found him.
The generic Spartan 4s look pretty cool, I will say. I wonder if this is still called Mjolnir armor, or if that's just what Chief wears. Might be kind of interesting.
Mind if I join you?
Of course not, sir.
At ease, Chief. Feels kind of odd for you to call me sir.
I do it to everyone. Again, like I feel like it's almost more natural for Chief to call people sir. I've heard him say sir more than any other proper noun or pronoun.
I grew up in New Harmony. Attended Corbulo Military Academy. Never saw Earth in person until I was an adult, but I still think of her as home.
That's fair. I feel as though Earth will always be the cradle of humanity no matter what happens.
You don't talk much, do you? Chief, I won't pretend to know how you feel. I mean, I've lost people I care about, but never anything like you're going through.
He lost his AI
Our
waifu.
duty as soldiers is to protect humanity, whatever the cost.
You say that like soldiers and humanity are two different things. I mean, soldiers aren't machines. We're just people.
I like Lasky. He's cool. He might be my favorite new character. And granted, there's not a lot of new characters coming out here, but fuck, he might be my favorite like human character in general in Halo.
She said that to me once. About being a machine.
Every great journey begins with a single step. This is our beginning. Thank you for trusting us with the universe you love and joining us on this epic adventure. That's that shows a lot of interest and compassion from 343, which is something I really like. Because I've talked about how, like, yes, they kind of are just doing Halo again. But they do have a lot of interest, care, and compassion for Halo itself, you know? Like, they have troubles trying to do new things.
In this hour of victory,
because they love the old
we
things.
taste only defeat.
You know?
I ask why. We are forerunners, guardians of all that exists. The roots of the galaxy have grown deep under our careful tending. Where there is life, the wisdom of our countless generations has saturated the soil. Our strength is a luminous sun towards which all intelligence blossoms. And the impervious
Jesus.
shelter beneath which it has prospered. I stand before you, accused of the sin of ensuring Forerunner ascendancy, of attempting to save us from this fate where we are forced to recede.
Hairlines. Vanishing.
Humanity stands as the greatest threat in the galaxy. Refusing to eradicate them is a fool's gambit. We squander eons in the darkness while they seize our triumphs for their own. The mantle of responsibility for all things belongs to Forerunners alone.
Alright, Chief, we're gonna have to hook you up here.
Think of my axe as you will.
I had to find one of our old suit chargers.
But do not doubt the reality. The reclamation has already begun. And we are hopeless to stop it.
His eyes open? Nah. Maybe if you beat it on Legendary, you get to see a little piece of Chief's face. Alright, wow. That's Halo 4, everyone. We'll say, it's not bad. There are a lot of choices made with it. But the thing is, those choices kind of have to be made. How are you going to make a new game in a series that isn't like if they wanted to just do the trilogy again, they would. And the thing is that they are. They've remade 1. They've remade 2. They're probably going to remake 3. And they remade 1 with Reach's engine almost as like a show of faith, you know? Because hey, people who missed it the first time around, people who miss it in general, remember Halo 1? Here it is, you know? We're letting you play it in the Reach engine because Reach and 1 are the closest, and you can go from one to the other basically side by side, you know? And that's great. And then they gave us 4, and 4 is, you know, as mentioned, a little controversial. I've of course voiced my complaints with the story. Commander Del Rio's a jackass and doesn't really have a place here, and I feel like the writers almost realize that and then quietly just usher him out of the story. Dr. Halsey is still a war criminal and, you know, not good, and is definitely going absolutely fucking crazy. Cortana is dead, question mark. But because of trailer stuff, I know she comes back as a villain later, so who knows. A lot of the new weapons are cool. I miss a few of the old ones, but not a lot of them. And some of them I feel like never had a chance to come back anyway. The needle rifle is great, but I feel like that's never going to come back anyway. So, there are some things where I'm like, you know, do we really need a DMR and a battle rifle? Because they're both, you know, rifles that headshot and are good in straight up fights, you know? I don't really know if both of those need to exist in the same game, but I feel like it's here for the fan service, you know? Seeing more of the Forerunners is cool. Seeing some of Ancient Humanity is cool. And the nature of this new trilogy of Halo not being about the reclamation of humanity is interesting. And to be frank, that's kind of a cool way to put it. Because the classic trilogy is, I believe, called the Forerunner trilogy, and it's supposed to be about Forerunners. And really it's about the squabbles, you know, started by the Covenant and the children of the Forerunners, you know, having fights over nothing. But I don't know, it's not bad. It's a good game. I'm almost unsure of what to say in regards to it because it's a good fucking game. And like I said, there's a lot of choices made with it, but those are things that kind of had to be made, you know? They had to go one way or another, and some of the choices I don't like, but I can't think of a better alternative to. Some of these things are just the problems brought about by making a sequel to a already finished trilogy. But yeah, those are my thoughts on it, and we've hit the hour mark, so if anyone is still watching, God forbid, thank you for doing so. Thank you for, in fact, sitting through all the episodes. I think we've actually managed to do another Halo in 7 parts, which is pretty impressive. Because, 7's the lucky number of Bungie and 343. If you didn't know, 343 is 7 cubed. But yeah, that's Halo 4, everyone. In about as concise of a manner as I am typically able to accomplish. So, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. I hope everyone has a nice day. I've been Alfred. That's short for Elfriedrich. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.